Indiana Transport. Man, y'all knew that was some bull. Alright, we do get us a load. We got us a load. Let me rephrase that. My sandwich maker got me a load. But first I want to go over a couple things before we go over this. We're leaving Tennessee, we're headed up. But for the last 2 trips going up, I'm dead headed back home with nothing. No other loads, nothing on the boards, nothing. Been looking, dragged my feet, come back, try to get something. Couldn't do it for the last 2 trips. So, like the Washer trip, they head home. I don't know what the other one was, I can't remember. And then I did headed back home again. So it's definitely not a great time to get in RV transport. But there's a few people out there that think because I make videos, that because I work for Indiana Transport, they think I'm getting favoritism. No, that's not how that works. Now, is there favoritism going on? Of course there's favoritism going on. There is everywhere you go. It is with any transport company. It is with any 18-wheeler company. It is pretty much anywhere you go to work. But I'll tell you what happened to me day before yesterday. They headed home, been on the load board for 3 or 4 days trying to get a load. And actually my sandwich maker sitting at home and just scrolling when I'm outside cutting the yard or peeling with a truck or just relaxing, killing time. And she grabbed me a Pasco Washington. I was like, great, heck yeah, got us a load. So I'm waiting on the paperwork to come to get emailed so I can print out my paperwork. And the load disappeared. I was like, what happened to my load? Because on the app you can see when you got it, it says 1 active load. Boom, I had it. It disappeared, so I called dispatch, stood on line, and then somebody picked up and hung up. So I called back, and I got a dispatcher on the phone, and says that that trailer had damage on it. He done had 12 people call about it. Well, stuff like that does happen. Do I think it happened this time? No, I think it was a bunch of bull crap. And has it happened to other people I know? Yes, it has. It's happened to a couple buddies of mine. Where they would get a load and then they would take away when loads are slim. And then he said that they would put it on 12 times, had 12 different drivers. That means you done pissed off 12 different people involved with their family. And with all the stuff going on, short loads and everything, I know it's when something like that, I mean, even I called, I got a little ill, I guess, a little loud with dispatch, but that was my bad. I apologize for that on my part, because we shouldn't do that. Because even if there is shady stuff going on, which I do know that every company has shady stuff going on, and everywhere you go, you shouldn't take it out on somebody else. So I guess when you call dispatch, something bad happens, always try to keep a cool head about yourself. But so we got that load taken away from us. Do I think it was bull crap? Yes. Do I think they give it to one of their buddies? Yes. And people are like, well, you can't do that. Well, I've seen people call, because usually, like, especially like the backhoe board, we'll say for instance, if you got a Washington and you're up there, you're getting your Washington, you're heading out, you see a backhaul on there in Idaho or Oregon, it's coming back. Usually you just pick up the phone, you call them, be like, hey, can I have this? It's a backhaul coming back. And they put it on you. Well, another buddy of mine seen one on there and called, and they said, no, we're not doing that now because there ain't no loads. Okay, well, if that's the rule, you know, that's the rule. I mean, we try to follow the rules and do what we're supposed to do, right? But then when you start talking and seeing other people out here on the road that work for the same company, and you talk to them, I'm not throwing no names out and like that, and they're running around with 4 loads or 3 loads or even 2 loads, when they got runs that pop them back and forth and straight back, or different areas, and just where they making like little circles and stuff, I think that's a bunch of bull crap. Am I aggravated about it? I am, but it does no good to get aggravated, y'all. No good. So I'm doing like everybody else, strolling with my finger, just refresh, waiting for something pop up, boom. Have I missed a bunch? Yes. And whenever they pop up and they say error or already considered for dispatch, as soon as it pops up, you think, we're all getting that, y'all. We're all getting that. Right now, I don't know what's going on. I'm not going to start throwing out lies, because I'm not going to do that. If I knew what was going on, I'd tell y'all. Be straight up honest with you and tell you. But I do know is if you're still wanting to get into this, right now is not the right time. When everything gets all worked out, straightened out, and all that good stuff, and everything goes back to normal, well, sure. Am I still trying to hold on to it? As long as I'm getting a load every once in a while to pay the bills, then yes. Because I like this job. I like doing what I'm doing. And so I hope it does come back pretty quick. But my sandwich maker was strolling the next day after we got the Washington stripped away from us. And then it was like that next morning she was up early, and when she hit the stroll, a bunch of couple Louisianas, I mean not Louisianas, but Illinois, and then 4 or 5 Michigans pop up, and then a Utah was trapped right into it. So she grabbed it, and we sat there and waited until I got my paperwork
canceled
before I started jumping up and down to make sure it wasn't going to disappear on me too. So that does happen. It did happen. But for all the ones out there, just because you see the videos come out, if I make a video, like right now, I'm caught up on all my videos. But I have been up to 4 or 5 videos ahead. So just because you see them come out, don't mean I did that week. So if you got a question and you want to see my low board, or I just put it on this video, I don't care to show you. There ain't crap on it. I don't get special treatment just because I make YouTube videos. And I just
canceled.
I make the YouTube videos to help out everybody, and that I can, and the people who like watching them. Got a lot of loyal subscribers out there that like watching them, even though all of my videos are not top notch, but they still watch them, and I appreciate that. And it's always learning curve and everything, but like I said, let me get the paperwork out. We did
half a mile, turn right,
Snedges, Utah,
north,
and
Nashville, then take the freeway.
I'm picking up at Journal RV in Bristol, Indiana, and we're going to Draper, Utah. It is a, just now look, 39-foot momentum. We'll go over the pay and all that stuff at the end, and I'll try to keep up with the fuel on this, because it's a 39-foot toy hauler. So hopefully everything goes well, and I can deliver this according to the paperwork. I'm going to call them today.
Right.
Is
Interstate
Wednesday.
Highway 65 north.
I'm probably going to call them.
Then take the freeway.
I'm probably going to call them Friday. Let them know I'm going to try to be there Saturday. So as long as their hours are right on the paperwork, I should be able to get this one kicked off Saturday. And then I'm just going to head back to Indiana and do like all of y'all are done. Go over to the Love's Motel. I got that from a subscriber. If he hears that, he'll know. Go over to the Love's Motel and hang out and just sit there and stroll the load board, y'all. There's no good news on this to tell y'all right now, except it ain't the time to get in it. So I am aggravated. I did get the Washington taken away. It's not the first time stuff like that's happened. I think they come up with some pretty good lies. I think that every company's got a buddy system where they got buddies in it, but that's everywhere you go. It don't matter where you go. It don't matter if you go work at McDonald's, y'all. The manager's got friends, dispatcher's got friends, all that. It is what it is. Don't get upset. I know it's playing with people's families, making money, people surviving off of this. I get that. I understand. I'm one of them. My sandwich maker, after we lost that Washington and everything, was like, so we was talking and she went and got her old job back, working at the school. She had it stayed there for a long time. She'd been there a long time, and then when COVID hit, they shut all the schools down and everything, she didn't go back, because she had back surgery and everything else. But she's going back, and which is going to help out, hopefully. And I mean, it's definitely going to help out. So right now, we all got to do what we got to do to survive. So if you're the only income coming in, and it's hard to, and I know it'd be hard to survive because it was getting a little rough on us to survive. You know, whenever you go so long without a load. But I've been so far lucky enough to get, rather not a great load, but a decent load at least once a week, a medium-sized load or a long load, to try to keep everything afloat. Like I said, I know everything's rough, and I don't know what to tell y'all, except it sucks. So I guess we'll get on down here. We're gonna go to, I'm gonna look on my fuel board. I haven't even looked on it yet, because see what the fuel's doing. But I know everything's getting expensive. I went to Walgreens before I left out to get my medicine, and I was like, got my medicine and, you know, was getting ready to pull off. And I was like, well, do y'all have BCs back there? I can just buy, or I have to go in because I need a BC to bring with me. I forgot. Man, my wife does all the shopping and stuff, y'all. Usually when I buy it out here on the road, I was like, golly. But got a 50 count of BCs and it was $12 and something. I thought, daggum, that is crazy. I don't know. I ain't bought none. Like I said, normally she buys everything, but I know everything is getting expensive. And I think the fuel is trying to come down a little bit, so hopefully help everybody out that's getting going and finding loads. Hopefully the fuel is cheap wherever you're going, so you can profit as much money as you possibly can. But anyway, we'll get down here, we're gonna get some fuel, and then we'll write down our fuel, and we're gonna keep up with the fuel on this trip, and let's see what happens. We're over here in Bristol. We're at the General RV lot, and I've been looking around, and as I pulled in, and there are a lot of campers everywhere. So I think what I'm fixing to do is go ahead and put everything up, and actually I think they done changed the stuff around. There's yellow cones over there. I think I'm just gonna have to go park by there. So it's been a while since I've been over here. and I can see now that the orange cones, and they said park over by the yellow cones. I see another truck coming behind me over by the yellow cones. So I made a boo-boo. So if it's have to go back over there and fix that, stop over there. So they did change it. If you haven't been to this yard in a while, you know, you check in at the guard check, and then you're gonna drive around, and I guess there's yellow cones over there. And when I get over there, I'll show you, instead of coming over here where the orange cones ends, where they used to park everything. So we'll go over there and I'll show you, and I'll try to, I know I can't see the whole yard, but try to show y'all what the yard looks like. If all these campers are here, where's the loads? Yellow cones, I guess now you come over here and park, but I was also wanting to show y'all. Says a lot, but look, see if I can't zoom in a little bit. Of all the campers and everything, it's just lined up, and there's rows and rows and rows of them down through here. So they're getting packed. I don't know if them are 22 models. I don't know if them are 23 models. All I do know is that's a lot of campers. So I guess now I went ahead and cut my fuel on while I'm sitting here not doing anything. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get the fifth wheel ready, because we are getting a big fifth wheel. Go ahead and put my signs up, all that good stuff, and just get everything ready while I'm waiting on the forklift driver to bring my camper. So whenever they bring my camper, then I guess we go back over. I guess they're gonna drop them back over there where we used to wait on them, and then we'll go back over there, and then you hook up and all that good stuff and check. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that, and then we brought her here and dropped her off. So here she is, big tri-axle. You notice they unlock this, and they unlock where I can get to the control panel. Everything else will be locked up during RV. So we're gonna go over everything, very good, and check it out. It is a tri-axle. And another thing is, you know, you're gonna be parking over there at some yellow lines I was showing you a while ago, like when you first come in, and right over there. And I was looking for them to bring in the camper that way, but they actually brought the camper from this way, put it in here. I didn't even know it was here. I got out and walked around and checked. Seen somebody done look like I can't know if you can tell, but a lot of scrubbing has been done on that decal, so I'm going to check it out pretty good. We got our battery in, but we can't get no power. They disconnect. Like I said, over here they pretty much lock everything up, but the disconnect is cut off, so I can't cut no power. I can't do nothing. It don't do me no good. And also on the awning is sticking out a little bit. She's hooked up, and I'm about to get a smaller truck. It's making these campers look small. It really is. Maybe a 1500 or something, I don't know. But anyway, like I was saying on the other side about the awning, they come out to fix it and they turn that on for me. But make sure you look at them. If they're rolled out some, like Nebraska yesterday was 50 something mile an hour gusts. Today's in the 20s. We'll hit it tomorrow. It's going to look better, but you get it some kind of gusts, it's going to rip that off, and boom, that's driver damage. So you want to make sure about that. Back glass, and y'all see my bed back there. It is a mess. That's because underneath my mattress right here, I went and got I don't know if you can see it, I'm trying to get it up here. I got another freezer. And I ordered another one. It was a little bit too big. Made my bed stick up a little bit, but I ordered a small one. It fits up just right. So now I'm fixing to get the cooker out. And my sandwich maker made me up a bunch of breakfast burritos and spaghetti and a bunch of other stuff that I eat. So now I'm fixing to throw lunch in here and take off. And let's see what we can get into. Alrighty, y'all. We come into a few problems. Today is Monday. We did not get it kicked off Saturday. Now, first time I've ever been here, we're at the General RV. Can't see the sign. But whenever you come in here, a lot of General RVs, when you come in, drop in, and park at. This one right here, you cannot. And you come through those black gates right there. You got to call the number, and then they'll let you in. And then we're pointing downhill. Now, as you can see, like I said, we had some problems, and we'll go over that in a minute. I have every tire chalked on this because it is a slant down on both sides. There is a reason for that. And this is a 39-foot Momentum toy hauler. It's got the big generator right there in the front. Alrighty. That's what it looks like when you're coming in. Pretty good place to come to so far. Haven't got my paperwork back yet. They've had trouble unlocking the camper, so they had to go get another key. Come back, now they're checking it out on the inside. But as far as nice, easy to get to, you know, pretty good place. We'll see how long we're set here. I don't think it's gonna take that long. Like they're kind of a good to get you in and out. But we'll go over a few things. I hit some pretty good wind for 2 days, and fuel mileage went to crap. And this trip right here, I didn't get no fuel mileage. Fuel mileage is crap. You're looking at, I've seen 8.5, and then most of the time I was like 9.5. Was not happy with the fuel mileage with this one at all. But we was in some pretty good wind, 45-mile-an-hour gusts. So we just drug our feet because we knew we were going to kick it off Saturday. And when we picked it up, we went to aisle 80. And then next day when we started out from aisle 80, the brakes went out on the trailer. I checked everything I possibly could, unplugged, reset everything, and it had been something going on with the wiring. It has to be, or something that I didn't know about. But anyway, the brakes went out. I don't have the weight on this trailer. It locked all the paperwork. General RV always locks the paperwork up, so I didn't get to look at the paperwork. But I know it's heavy. And 39-foot Momentum toy hauler with the Cummins generator in the front. The wind affected it a little bit, like I said, mostly for fuel and put more pressure for the truck, pushing back. But I've hauled a couple where the brakes have done went out. It seems like it's been a thing that's going on with these campers where they can't keep the brake system on them right, which sucks, especially with one like that going up and down the mountains. Means I had to use more brakes. I had to watch the speed, use my engine brake, and watch what I was doing, try not to burn up the brakes on my truck because that cost me money. But we got it here, safe and sound, and like I said, we chalked both sides up. I told them when I got here and I seen what they was wanting me to drop at, I said, look, this thing ain't got no brakes. We're gonna have to chalk everything on it because I do not feel safe dropping it. So, I mean, on situations like that, I mean, I could have called Indiana. They wouldn't have done nothing. It was over the weekend anyway. So they wouldn't have done nothing. It maybe sit there and wait until Monday. Somebody come and maybe looked at them. I wasn't gonna do all that. You gotta be smart and do what you gotta do. So if you feel uncomfortable driving one with no brakes, and shh, by the way, don't tell the DOT I did that. That's our secret, y'all. Don't tell them. But I got lucky, yes. If I got DOT'd and they seen it didn't have brakes, they would have shut me down. That was a chance I took. That was on me. So nobody else, it was on me. But I noticed also that the rates are going down. I noticed, got on the board this morning to look, you know, because when I get this one off, I'll be looking for another one when I'm coming back toward Indiana. And I noticed that the rates are going down. Fuel is going down in some places too, but only with our discount. If you look at the actual price on the pump come down a little bit, we'll get a better, in some spots, discount with the fuel, which is helping out, which did help out on this trip, especially since I use so much fuel. Well, more fuel than what I thought I was going to. Anyway, but I think I got it in Grand Island at, whenever I pulled up that night, I didn't get it. It was $3.90. The next morning, I went to go get it, and I looked, and it dropped down to $3.73. That was good. That's the cheapest I've seen around about anywhere. Then, because I was in that wind, I used so much fuel, I had to get some more fuel in Laramie, which was 401. Usually I make it down to Fort Bridger there and get fuel in Wyoming, exit 30 TA. I don't like going to Evanston. I know Evanston's a couple cents cheaper, but I don't like going to Evanston. But it was, I looked this morning, 437. So I got enough in my truck and my auxiliary tank and to get me back to at least Laramie. And I'll get a little bit there to get me back over to Grand Island to get me the rest of the way in. Now, I did make a boo-boo. I got that cheap fuel, and I went last night, you know, I was killing time, and I was playing pool on, got an app on my phone, play. A few other subscribers, they play. I get on there and play with them. But if I wasn't using my, well, hold on a minute, and I'll get my tablet out. That way, if any of y'all want to get on there and play pool, download this. Go to, you got to be at level 6. You can join a club. Go to Mr.Tennessee, join the club, and I'll play y'all whenever I get on. There it is, 8-ball pool. Y'all want to download it? Get to level 6. Go to club, Mr.Tennessee. Anyway, back to that. I wanted to throw that out there for anybody else, because you know you get bored sitting around at truck stops, scrapping the low board. So if you want to play pool or something like that, something to kill time with anyway. That way, keep your mind off stuff. But I made a rookie mistake. I got there at I think it's exit 69, Little America, and they got buffalo hamburgers right there. And so I pulled off in there, turning my fuel. I was like 30 miles I was gonna run out. So I turned my auxiliary tank open, wide open. Went in, got me a hamburger, come back out, and I started playing pool. And then some guy over there said, "Hey, you leaking fuel." I jumped out, and I leaked out some high-dollar fuel. I made a rookie mistake. I forgot to turn it off, and I leaked out some fuel. So one good thing about Dodges, though, the red truck I had, 2018 model, mine didn't leak. I could leave it on all the time, never would leak. Chevrolet will make the fuel gauge quit working, and you got to drive some of the fuel out of it and then take the battery cables, the negatives off for 5 minutes or so and put them back on, let them reset. This one right here, she'll just leak out on the ground. She comes out through the thing there and just leaks. But I lost a pretty good bit of fuel. Dang, that sucks. But anyway, I got enough. Truck's got 3/4 in it. I think my auxiliary tank has got 1/4 in it. So we'll go over everything. Now another thing, whenever I picked this up, tri-axle, I picked it up and then I got on Interstate 80 tow road, which it carries you on down towards Chicago, right? Well, that tow I paid whenever I got up to it, and it's been a long time. Usually I go Highway 20, get on Highway 2 and avoid it, but I figured since Indiana don't care about screwing truck drivers out of money, I just figured that they can pay the tow. So the tow was $40.70 on that, and then I had to get a permit in Wyoming, which is $20. I paid cash, it was $20. Total out of that was $60.70. Now this load right here was 1,496 miles. It did pay $201. It paid $3,156.56. Now my first run on the money was my first cash advance on the money was $1,578 even. And so whenever I get this one turned in, they'll do the rest. Now, fuel, I spent $978.55. Like I said, not too terribly bad because fuel is down, and you can tell that whenever you're filling up. It don't take so much to fill up, but I was hoping I was going to do better than what I did. But you cannot control the wind, and can't control brakes going out. But anyway, another thing, drive axle. I know a lot of people, the new people that are in here right now, they may have started you off on drive axle. How you send your paperwork in. Like right now when I get my paperwork in, usually I use TransFlow. Most of us that was already been here for a little bit use TransFlow. They have sent me an email out. I had to download drive axle. So I think they're supposed to make a switch to drive axle. They want me to test it out. I know a few other people. And it's supposed to be done, I think, by the end of this month. So I'm gonna test it out. I've already got it downloaded. You got to go through a few more extra steps with drive axle than you do with TransFlow. TransFlow to me was just simple. Take pictures, hit send, boom, you're done. Drive axle, you got to do a little bit more stuff you got to put in it. So if just a warning for the ones that have not had to deal with drive axle yet, it's coming. You might as well go ahead and download it. Start playing with it. Get used to it. It's coming. So I believe that's going to be all wrapped up for this video. I don't know what's going on with the loads, and I don't know why the rates are going down. I mean, I know the fuel's going down some, but not enough to drop them like I've been seeing them. Everybody's a little aggravated about it. I'm a little aggravated, if y'all can tell in this video. I apologize for that, but it is what it is, I reckon. I'm a little aggravated on how things are done. And that's another thing. Whenever I was driving 18-wheelers, I always stayed, when I first started driving when I was 21, I went to big companies. And I always hated working for big companies. They seem like they don't care. You know, they got the money, they don't care. Get the fly out of here. But and I always enjoyed working with smaller companies. Well, I am with a big company here, and I was hoping it's gonna wind up being different. And it may wind up being different. I'm not saying I'm fixing to jump ship, even though all the stuff that's already happened. Not saying none of that. I don't plan on it. So, but I know some of the smaller companies are running and have gotten some loads, but you got to think, you know, if you got a smaller company with 10 drivers and they got 30 loads, well, that's enough to keep them busy for a little bit, especially if they're long, good loads. You put 30 loads on our load board, and before you hit the refresh, they're all gone because we got a whole lot more drivers here. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and y'all got any comments, put down below. If you had a bad experience with whatever company you work for, Wave, Horizon, Indiana Transport, Synergy, any of them, leave a comment down below to let everybody know, because I know another subscriber over here, he's kind of new, and he called in to try to get a load, and they just told him it's whatever is on the board and hung up on him. I mean, he was trying to explain something to them, and they just hung up on him. That's really no way to do anybody that way. You're over here, we all need to be professional, you know, and we try to help each other during the hard times. So the dispatchers, I know they get to go home every night. They get salary or whatever they get, I don't know, don't care. But you don't need to treat the drivers like crap just because you ain't got nothing to do. You know, you need to have a little bit of patience with a driver. I know you get ones that call all the time that's wanting this, wanting that, but I mean, if you can give out loads to your buddies, which I have seen, surely you can have enough patience, enough time to talk to the drivers like they're human. A little respect, because they are what's keeping the company going. Anyway, it's enough for me rambling. I'm out here, y'all. Y'all be safe, be careful. See y'all on the next one.